When League of Legends' newest champion, Akshan, was announced on July 7th, the community erupted about him having what looks like the most broken ability the game has seen in years. It's supposed to be a normal move, but it's really not. In fact, it might be completely busted, possibly making Akshan the most broken champion the game has ever seen. And people are pissed. If you love the game you play, you'll always want to know what's overpowered, so you can either play it or avoid it. Well, we always try to let you know what's giga-busted here on Don't At Me, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and you'll always be one step ahead. So, on July 7th, Riot announced League of Legends' 156th champion, Akshan.
I know you had other plans for me, Shadia. But I choose vengeance. Sorry!
Almost immediately, streamers began reacting to what appears to be the most broken ability for years.
If that champion gets released, the game's dead. I'm sorry, like I'm gonna go variety stream. I'm not even joking. That's actually scary.
Are you fucking serious? What?
Oh, dude. I need some fucking alcohol.
Now for League fans, a new champion that looks ridiculously broken isn't really something new. The last two champions, Gwen and Vigo, were lambasted by the community upon their release for having pretty overloaded kits, a trend that applies to most new champions released over the last few years. And while Akshan hasn't been released on public service yet, he might make the other busted champions look totally fine in comparison. On July 7th, an official League of Legends account tweeted out a breakdown of Akshan's abilities. At first, it just looked like a regular announcement. His passive was pretty normal. He gets a shield after 3 attacks, after which he fires a quick second attack or gets movement speed if he doesn't use it. Pretty normal so far, arguably a bit strong. His Q is literally just a boomerang that keeps going if it hits enemies before returning to Akshan. Now it's his W where shit really hit the fan. I'm going to read it out first and then we're going to break down why people are getting so worked up about this. W. Going rogue. Passive. When enemy champions kill one of Akshan's allies, they are marked as scoundrels. When he gets a takedown on a scoundrel, he gains bonus gold. All allies killed by the scoundrel are resurrected at their base and scoundrel status is removed. Okay, let's put this in simple terms. When Akshan kills an enemy that has just killed his teammates, those allies are then instantly resurrected in their own base. Oh, and the move also has an active, which camouflages him to the enemy team. Nice. On the surface, this seems absolutely broken. In League of Legends, when a player dies, they respawn after a death timer. Early on in the game, it's not that long, but towards the end of the game, the death timers can be over a minute long. If you and your teammates die at this point in the game, the enemy team has a lot of time to take objectives or even just straight up end the game. With Akshan on your team though, this ability has the potential to resurrect everyone. You can get straight back into the game to stop the enemy team from, well, winning.
End stage fights, like 40 minutes. If Akshan gets, if someone kills 2 of your teammates and then an end stage fight, you kill that person and 2 of your teammates res, you might get Baron or Elder.
It's difficult to understate just how strong this could be. When you kill an enemy in League, you get gold to upgrade your items, and you also deny that enemy player from getting gold and XP while they're dead. Now Akshan is currently available on the test servers, and players like I Keep It Taco have shown the benefits of constantly being able to revive your fallen teammates.
Oh god. Oh god! Wait, I brought my teammates back to life! Woo! Woo! Okay, wait, Draven, you're coming back to life too, dude.
Now there's another important angle to talk about here too. League has been around for over a decade at this point, and over that time, Riot have released progressively more intricate champions over the years. Now, this isn't a problem in itself. Players enjoy more complexity up to a point. There's undeniably more room for skill expression now than there was in 2011. It feels good to start off as a scrub on an intricate champion and slowly master it. That said, the problem is those champions from the game's early days have been basically untouched since their release, and they're now fighting alongside champions like Akshan who have abilities they could only dream of. Now, Riot has successfully reworked some of these older champions, but there's still plenty of them out there that are just stuck in the past, and the community was quick to point this out. On Twitter, Bratopolis retweeted Akshan's team revive ability and simply said, "Teemo presses W and walks faster," which is, yeah, I mean, that's literally one of Teemo's moves. Other people pointed out that Udyr has a similar move that just makes him move quicker and then stun someone. When Udyr started dominating in pro play earlier this year with an incredibly simple kit, we even made a whole video about it because these old champions just rarely see the light of day in professional play.
Laughing here is Pyosha because he locks in the Udyr.
Oh, we're doing it, alright.
If you compare these more simple champions to Akshan's ability to instantly revive his fallen teammates, you can kind of see why people feel there's a little bit of an imbalance here. Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of strong abilities in League of Legends, but they usually save for a champion's ultimate, a long cooldown ability that has the potential to completely change a team fight.
Bang is hiding, he's coming! Bang looking to come in, here comes your initiation, there is oh my god!
Your shockwave will find them all! And SKT, with a hell of a response, will take down 4!
Not only is Akshan reviving teammates not an ultimate, it's not even a move, it's a passive. The player doesn't have to do anything except stay alive and kill the enemy that just killed their teammates. With his other moves, his E ability lets him swing around terrain, which does look pretty fun, and his ultimate allows him to fire a locked-on hail of bullets, kind of like a mix of a Caitlyn and Lucian ult, which he can also cast while swinging. But it was that team revival ability that really got people worked up on social media, completely overshadowing any discussion of his other moves. Now, on the flip side, Akshan doesn't appear to have too much mobility and lacks any CC at all. That's the ability to impair an enemy's movement. This was something that LS and Nemesis discussed in their video on Akshan, as well as the potential for him to be let down by poor base stats. That's the raw numbers of a champion's strength before you take into account their abilities.
His base levels being really bad even further means that if he falls behind, it's terrible. A dependency on items is never, I think, a healthy design at all.
This is very unique.
Unique is certainly one way to put it, but this quest for champion uniqueness is something that other people feel Riot have put way too much focus on. Back in January 2019, former pro Meteor summed up this sentiment perfectly on stream.
I just think a lot of the time when Riot makes their decisions, it feels like they don't think about, like, will this make the game fun? It's like, guys, what if you made a champion that can't get gold, can't auto-attack, can't move? Everyone Riot's like, oh, it's so different! Oh, God, my nipples! Oh! And then they make it, and then you get in game, and you're just like, dude, this is shit.
In LS's video, he went on to say that he doesn't think the team revival ability is as overtuned as the community thinks, and that his lack of CC and fairly weak mobility means that we won't be seeing Akshan very much in pro play at all. And even if we do, there are those out there that don't see that as a problem. C9's Perks admitted that Akshan does look broken, but that he welcomes the challenge. He said, "Contrary to many beliefs, I believe broken/interesting kits are what makes League fun and more challenging to play/keep improving. Bring it on, Akshan." But he did also agree with a reply about the team revivability being unfair, saying, "Yeah, that sounds a bit too crazy." Perks has a point though. When we look back to the early days of the game, the champions were a lot more simple, and the gameplay was simpler as a result. While the map has stayed largely the same over the years, the item changes and new champions have driven the game to become more complex over the years, and there are people out there that agree with Perks. That makes it more fun and challenging. But, as we've seen throughout this video, there is a balance to strike here. At the end of the day, we're going to have to do what we always do when a new champion gets announced and people go off about how broken it is. We're just going to have to wait and see. Okay, let's break this. Okay. You know, one time I was playing, and maybe this can be for an end board, I just remembered it, I was going to tell you, Devin. One time I was playing one of those, like, you know, Guess Who games with my grandma, and I said...
Guess Who?
Alright, we'll leave it. How are you saying it?
I can't
F-wording.
say it either, Danny.
Similarly.
Bill Cole's gonna kill you.
No, yeah, well...